Here's the next phase in the home building process, and this is we poured the footings, and now we just got done forming the basement walls. These are metal wall panels, and what we'll do a little later today after we get our foundation wall inspection, the inspectors come out and they inspect all the steel inside of the walls. And what you'll see here, I'll take you kind of up close to one of these foundation concrete wall panel systems here. If you can see down in there, that's all number 4 rebar. The rebar size is typically dependent on what the engineers call for. In this case, it was number 4, all tied off in there, and it's centered inside the wall forms. What'll happen now is we'll just be waiting for the inspector to come on out, take a look at the entire basement area, all the forms, make sure they're to their standards and code. And then once we get that approval, we'll come in and we'll straighten all these walls, put 2x4s in along the back to really straighten them out, stiffen them up. We'll take these 2x4s that you see over here and we'll support everything. And then later today, there'll be a concrete truck, because it's always easier and you get a nicer finish when you pour with a concrete pump truck. So the concrete trucks and the concrete pump trucks will come out later today. And we'll go ahead and we'll start filling these forms right up to the top, give it a nice smooth finish, and then put in our ties, which will tie the wood, which is our framing, to this concrete, and they'll go in before the concrete hardens, which will be a little bit later today. So this is the next stage in the foundation. After this, we'll go ahead and have the outside of we'll strip all these forms off. We'll have the outside of the forms, outside of the concrete walls, waterproofed. And then after that, we'll be ready for backfill and then all the underground plumbing. So these are metal forms, and it's just the next phase in this new home process. These here that you see here, I didn't point out earlier, but these are piers, and you can see the metal coming out of them. That's a giant footing we dug, and we kept it 1 foot below this is the garage area, so the garage height. And so what we'll do is after we fill this up, after the forms are taken off, this will get filled up with good fill, either stone or real good packing dirt. We'll fill it up, and then we'll cut out a T, which will go from this pier here to this pier over there, and then there'll be a pocket that's poured in the wall. So we'll basically be pouring a 12-inch by 12-inch bar, and we'll put steel in it. We'll tie the steel from here to there to the wall, and then we'll do the same this way. So it'll make like a T, and then it'll go from this footing here all the way over to that footing that you can't see back down there. It'll make a nice strong T, so when you pour the slab on top of it, it has really something really strong to support it, and you'll decrease the amount of cracking in a garage and settling, because eventually this dirt will want to settle over time, and then these what are called grade beams will support it. So we'll show you that in a later video before we pour that.